Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Yahila and welcome to my world. In today's video, I'm to do something a little different, and it's to share with you my journey throughout 3 years here in Israel. I just thought it's necessary, and I just would like to share with you a bit of my story, what happened in the past 3 years. 3 years is a lot. And when I look back at time, I think a lot has happened within this 3 years period. So why not share with you my journey and what happened? So first of all, I want to say thank you to God and to my husband for bringing me this far. You know, it wouldn't have been them and my family as well, of course. So let's begin with when I was in Ghana. Okay, so 3 years ago I was in Ghana, and I just finished my senior high school. So I just didn't do well in 2 subjects, which is math and I think science. So I was rewriting, which I did like twice, like 2 times, and it still wasn't the result that I wanted, you know, the grades that I wanted. So I kept writing, and on my 3rd one I had a message on my Facebook guys. So, and it was this handsome fellow, so I replied to him and we engaged in conversations and everything, and we got to know each other, you know. And then that's how come I, you know, got to meet my husband through Facebook. And long story short, he came to visit me in Ghana for the first time, and also he went back to Israel. So, you know, he loved what he saw. He loved my family. He helped me get an invitation here to his country, which is how come I got to Israel in the first place. For the first time, I came with a group, because every year, something like that, there is a festival that's been held down south in Dimona, the community where he grew up in. So I joined the first batch, or second, I don't know. I joined this group of people coming down here in Israel, and that was the first time I landed here in Israel. And it was amazing. My first time ever to travel outside of Ghana. So thanks to him, he made that happen. And that was for 1 month. I really, you know, had a nice tour after the festival. He took me to Jerusalem. He took me to the Dead Sea and the mountains, and we went to the beach. I don't like to be on the road a lot, but I really did. Had a great tour. He really helped me, hooked me up. So that being said, my time was up and I had to go back home with the group that I came down here with. So when I went back home, we started with the partnership process, you know, which is like legally for me to have a status here in Israel in the future. You know, you need to begin from somewhere. So we began with the process. And even till now, we are still on this process. And lo and behold, by God's grace, I got my visa to travel here in Israel again for the 2nd time. But this time, I didn't really make up my mind to go back home, because I was here to stay. So what we could do is to extend my visa whenever it expired. That was what we were in, gradually, little by little and everything, doing our research and all of that. I got my work permit after a year. So for a whole year, I was at home. I wasn't really working, because if I do, I would be in trouble, and my husband will also be in trouble. So by law, you need to get a work permit before you can work. So I was home for the whole year. So then again, God being so good, I got my work permit and I began working. And every year I have to renew my visa. So it got to a time to renew my visa. I need to have an interview, because not to forget, we are still in our partnership process that we began with. So we passed the interview, my visa was extended again, and my work permit was extended also again, which was good news because now I'm gradually becoming an Israeli. So that's just about me having my visa and my work permit and starting to work. Let's move to the next talk. Okay, so whilst working and everything, you know, if I'm working and I feel something ain't right, I'm being cheated with something or something, I just, you know, complain to my husband and I just have to switch my work, even though I don't have all the benefits, like the paperwork and everything is not so strong for people to just accept me. But then again, God being so good, I do get whatever I want. So Corona popped in and things were hard. It was hard everywhere in the world, but in Israel it was super duper hard because works was shut down and everything. Yes, there was no work, but I found myself a new job after, you know, I tested positive and I was home for weeks and all of that. I got myself a new job, and my boss was so nice to me. Until now, he's still my boss. Can you imagine? He's so sweet, but we are all human. Sometimes it's not what you think. It's not perfect, but so far he's been good to me. That's with me working. So let's talk about my personal life a bit. So in the year 2018, I met my husband on Facebook, and in the year 2019 was when all the Corona season, the talk and everything. But in the year 2020, in the month of 2nd July, I got proposed, and I said yes, of course, to my now husband. Why am I feeling a bit emotional? But everything was well. We set a date for our wedding here in Israel, which we did. Because it was Corona season, we need to move super fast, because every month or so the Ministry of Interior do change the number of people who are supposed to gather, you know, to have a big ceremony or yada yada yada. So it got to a point from 20 it moved to 50. So I'm like, baby, we gotta move so quick. So we ended up having our wedding with 50 people. It was so intimate, it was so amazing, with family and a little bit of friends. And mind you, I have nobody here, so the family of my husband is the family. That was in November 2020. That's like the ending of the year almost. So we had the wedding, and then the following year, which was 2021, almost the ending of August, we went to Ghana to have a traditional wedding because it was necessary. It was a demand from my family. They need me to have my traditional wedding done. So we had to prepare for that as well. And it happened, just so you know, it happened. And now everything is smooth. We get our respect like we deserve, because it's not, you know, to them, even if you've done your white wedding like the foreigners do, it doesn't matter, because you didn't come to do the traditional wedding like it's supposed to be done. So we had that done. Shout outs to my husband. He's so cool. He understands me. He don't always say, oh, that's it, this is all I know, so this. No. He listened to my side of the story, and he made this traditional wedding of my part happen. So thanks to him. That being said, after the traditional wedding, we didn't stay long in Ghana, even though we had a little vacation here and there, but we didn't stay for long. It was like 2 weeks, if I can remember. It was 2 weeks vacation together with the wedding and all of that. It was super simple, because that's how we wanted to be, not lavish. It was simple, easy, intimate as well. So that was done, and guess what? When we got home in the beginning of October, I was expecting our first baby. So we got pregnant, expecting our first child or our baby. And I was so shocked. I'm like, what? Like, what? I was so I felt so lucky and excited because, you know, we just got married, and, you know, I thought, you know, we would need some time to think. Maybe I gotta finish my university, something like that before. But the baby came along, which is a blessing to us, and I never regret it for nothing. It is good. I never regret that, oh, she came so early, oh, this, everything. No. God knows what's right for his people. So I will accept the fact and just say thank you. Yeah. So we got our baby girl the following year, which is 2022. In July 2022, I birthed YAHHILA', the little precious one in our life, my husband and I's life. Like, she really changed my life, and she changed, I think, my husband's life too, but she really changed my life the most because my body went through changes that I never thought it would, but it did, whether I liked it or not. And I enjoyed the process. Not 100%, maybe 60%, because, you know, it wasn't easy, but with God, all things are possible. And it was possible. She came to the world safely. So that was it. So let's talk about my diet transition. For those who don't know, my husband is a vegan, 100% vegan. And me being a Ghanaian, what would you even think? You hardly hear that someone is a vegan, not vegetarian, vegan. So God blessed me with somebody who is a vegan by birth. By birth. You can research on the Hebrew Israelites in Dimona. So my husband is a part of them. You know, the Black Americans from America staying here in Israel, and specifically in Dimona. So he's a vegan by birth. So you can imagine, how do I basically live with someone who is a vegan? Because we gotta eat together. Your child, you know, we gotta eat to be one, because this is what we call family. That's what family is all about, right? So it was really hard for me to transition from being a regular eater, you know, eating fish, meat, eggs, milk, everything, to switching completely, totally into a vegan. It was really, really, really hard, not easy. And I will say I am a vegan, but I am not a vegan, because most of the time I feel tempted and I just eat eggs. When I used to work in a restaurant, when I make eggs, I taste it too. I eat eggs, I eat ice cream, I drink milk. When I'm making a coffee, I drink the regular. So every now, you know, when I'm at home, I'm a vegan, but when I'm outside, I am not a vegan. But this really changed because I need to speak to myself and my soul, let myself know that this is a priority to me now. It's not all about me now, you know. It really was hard to transition, but as I speak now, I am a vegan. I am disciplined. I have disciplined myself to not eat meat, fish, egg, milk, and all of that. And I am good with it, you know, because my baby is big enough to eat whatever that we eat. So it even boosts my encouragement to not to go wayward in just eating milk and all of that. Yeah, now I'm a vegan. I can proudly say that I am a vegan. So yeah, you can also be if I have been able to transition. It wasn't easy and it's not easy, but you can make it happen if you get yourself disciplined. It can happen. Yeah, so that's with my diet. Now let's talk about language. How would you live in or stay in Israel and not be able to speak their language? Hard, right? Oh, weird. But then again, it's not one's fault to transition to someone's country and can't speak the language, because it's not easy. You can try, but it's not easy. It's not like one is a child that is gonna be easy for the person growing up to learn the language, and then be fluent in that new language. It was really hard, because the first time I landed, everybody was speaking in some language, just some language that I don't know of, and it was Hebrew. The alphabet is different. Learning the basics, the foundation, everything is totally different. But I did my best. I learned all of the alphabets, the numbers, the basic tenses and all of that. But that wasn't enough to put you in a good job or to speak with just people. Basically, when you meet them, I need to learn how to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how to the names of the foods, the fruits. But that's still not enough. So that was just last year, 2023, in April. I got myself into a Hebrew course, because I have a baby and I can't be in class with a baby. So I joined the Zoom class, and there are students who also have their reasons on joining the Zoom course. And so far, it has been amazing. I have learned a lot within, it has been a year, exactly a year, because that's what I signed for. I signed for a year course, and it has been good. I have improved my vocabulary. I have built on my confidence when speaking in Hebrew, even though it's not 100% fluent. I would say if I need something, I know how to say it, And at work, I learn new sentences every day. I know how to communicate with my friends, with my boss in Hebrew, and I'm still on it. It's not too late. I'm still learning, because I need to speak Hebrew with my daughter when she grows. So why not now? It is very, very, very important to learn new languages, or a new language in a new country. It is what it is. And here, let's say only 10% can speak English very well. So you can imagine, if you need to flow down here in this country and get your regular job, like have your life easy here, it's very important to learn the language. It's just that. So like I said, I am done with my Hebrew course, and it was good. I think I would do better. So right now, I would say I'm in the intermediate level. So I will keep on pushing, and let's see, after a year, God, please help me. I'm gonna be in the advanced level. I believe so, because I know my level in this Hebrew language. So yeah, that's with the Hebrew. And the one good news that I would also want to share for the ending of this video is that I have my temporary visa here in Israel. So you see what I'm talking about. So I don't know, the time really flies, and a lot has happened in my life, and I'm so much grateful. Look at me, I now have my A5 visa, and in Israel you can get all the benefits like health insurance, and you can do a lot of things, get you a job, because nobody will be scared to employ you, because they know you are here temporarily, you're not going nowhere. So that's really big for me to have my temporary visa here, So in the next 3 years or so, I'm gonna get my permanent visa, and to also get a passport. So a lot has happened in this 3 years, and this is like so big. This is so big for me, obtaining this temporary visa. I'm much grateful. So when you see God anywhere, please let him know. YAHHILA says, thank you so much. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want more like this or anything, please let me know in the comment section below. See you in my next vlog. Bye guys.